Hey friends, hey Mind Wanderers, happy 2019, happy New Year's to everybody. Hope everyone had a great holiday. Those of you that had time off with friends and family, hope everyone was safe. Ushering in 2019 with a bang. Those of you that are starting new projects, new jobs, new partnerships, new relationships, this is a good time to talk about being an authentic communicator, as I try to communicate with all of you. I apologize in advance. I'm getting over a cold, so I might clear my throat a couple times. But authentic communication is a great tool to learn, and being an authentic communicator. And that doesn't mean telling people, how you feel and knocking them over the head with how angry you are and attacking them, their character. It's about learning how to listen, to understand the other person's point of view without attacking them. It's using reflective listening. So you're really listening to what they're saying, and then you parrot back to them what they're telling you. And that accomplishes two things. One, it shows that you're listening to them, so they feel that they feel like they're being heard and that you're respecting their what they're saying. And two, it acknowledges the fact that you are really serious about what they're saying, that you are really dialed into the meat and potatoes of what they're trying to tell you, that you're not in agreement with, or that you have an issue with, or that what they're doing is not okay and violating your boundaries. Authentic communication is a way to tell people, whether it's a business associate, a coworker, even someone who you're in love with, your partner, your honey, or even a friend, that you are respecting what they're saying and you're giving them undivided attention, but at the same time that something that they're doing or something that they're saying or something that they have said is violating your boundaries. And before I go over reflective listening briefly and talk about how to assert yourself with reflective listening and being an authentic communicator, when I moved to California almost 15 years ago from the East Coast, I noticed that how people do business, how people really communicate in Southern California especially, is very different from the East Coast. The East Coasters are more direct. They're more, in your face. They tell you how they feel. They really don't hide a lot. You know exactly where you stand and how you stand. On the West Coast, it's more laid back. People kind of talk in circles a little bit more. It takes a little bit longer to negotiate things, and especially in business. And it's just a little bit more relaxed way of developing business relationships and otherwise. And what I found is that it wasn't my style of directness and just the facts, Mac. It was more of my delivery and my style of delivery, which was a little bit abrasive. And I acquiesced and toned things down because I learned how to use reflective listening and really tap into people's heart centers as well as their logical mind, because I was listening to understand them. And that's really a wonderful tool, because when you use reflective listening and you're listening to understand, people really will respect you more. They will respect you more. They may not like you. They may not, like everything you're saying or believe in all the things that you stand behind, but they're going to respect you more. They're going to say, oh, Sam's a stand-up guy. I don't jive with everything that he stands for, but he's a stand-up guy. He's a class act. It also is great because it'll build self-awareness with yourself. You really will learn self-awareness, and it'll also help build your intuitive muscle, because when you use reflective listening and you listen more instead of react to someone if they're being difficult or they're giving you a hard time, you take a step back and you take a deep breath, you end up being more self-aware of what you need. What do you need as an individual to be successful on this planet, to be successful in this relationship, to be successful in this business partnership, or to be successful in any endeavor in your life? And also it helps really resolve a lot of conflict. And it also you can resolve a lot of conflict without having to win people over, to always be in agreement with them, to be being a yes man is really not the way you're going to get far in this world. You're going to win allies and people to be on your side, whether it's in business or in your personal relationships, by being your own person, by standing up for yourself, but in a way that's not going to feel like they've just been attacked with a ball-peen hammer that you're running after with them, or you're machine gunning them with your vitriol. People don't respond to that, whether you're in California or you're in New York. That just doesn't work. So there are two pieces to authentic communication. There's reflective listening, and then there's asserting yourself at the end of that. Reflective listening is just parroting back what the other person is saying. This is a person that you have a conflict with, that you are having an issue with. It's that easy. Reflective listening is just parroting back what the other person's saying. Once they are hearing themselves, the other person's hearing what they're saying to you, it's really powerful. Because not only do they feel like they're being heard, but they're actually hearing what they're saying that that you might not jive with. So it gives them another chance to really hear what they're saying, that maybe what they're saying is wasn't fair or wasn't okay. They will also get a chance for them to know you better. So especially in a work environment, you set those boundaries early on with your coworkers, especially if it's a small office environment, using reflective listening, parroting back what they're saying, and then asserting yourself at the end of the conversation. It's a very powerful technique that will really win you, really get you far. The second piece of authentic communication is asserting yourself. And the way you do that basically is it's three parts. It's when you, and then fill in that blank, whatever they're doing that's bothering you. When you turn the music up too loud or turn the music up really loud. The next part is it prevents me from getting to sleep on time. So again, it's two parts. When you blah 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 blah, turn the music up loud. The last part, it prevents me from getting to sleep on time. Or it prevents me from sleeping. That's asserting yourself after using the reflective listening technique. So it's when you do this action, it prevents me from whatever action is preventing you from doing. So you're using fact. You're not just saying, you're just being a jerk. You're just turning the music up too loud, and I'm trying to get some sleep, and because the music's too loud, I can't get sleep. So it's parroting back what they're saying, which is reflective listening, and then following it up with an assertion. When you, and then put in their action, what they're doing wrong that's bothering you, prevents. So when you are playing the music loud, it prevents me from sleeping. You will repeat this over and over and over again. If they throw back an argument at you, well, it's I'm allowed to play it till 10:30 at night. The statutes. Don't even engage in that. They're just throwing fodder at you. If they're not hearing you the first time, repeat yourself again. Look them straight in the eye. Parrot back what they're saying. You can say it with either a little bit more intensity or with a little bit more passion. And then assert yourself again. Do this over and over and over until they actually hear what you're saying and hear what the boundary violation was. And eventually they will acquiesce and they will respect you because you're not putting them down. You're not attacking their character. You actually are looking at their behavior and saying, your behavior is not right. It's violating my boundary and that's not okay. Okay? I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions about the work I do with my clients, you can go to my website, www.solutionist180.com. Click the Contact Me button on top of the page and send me an email, and I can tell you how I can be of assistance to you. You can also check out my rates and some of my testimonials and what people are saying about my work. Have a great new year. Don't give up, and I will check in with you all soon.